Bagi kalian yang mau top up game ataupun voucher lainnya, kalian bisa top up saja di sekte topup.com. Pilih game Haikyuu Fly High jika kalian ingin top up game ini. Masukkan email dan paspor yang telah dibuat sebelumnya, terus server dan nickname game kalian. Lalu pilih paket ataupun nominal yang ingin kalian top up, lalu pilih metode pembayaran yang kalian punya, lalu jangan lupa masukkan kode voucher DeBuDDi ya buat dapetin diskon di setiap top up gamenya. Dan masukkan nomor WhatsApp kalian untuk konfirmasi pesanan dan klik beli sekarang. Yang mau top up, kalian bisa cek link yang ada di deskripsi video ataupun pin komen.
In this video, we will discuss memory recommendations based on player positions in Haikyuu Fly High. If you're stuck and can't advance in the story because your team's power is too low, you can watch the previous video. There, we discussed what you can do and prioritize to increase player power. As for a memory tier list, it doesn't seem necessary. We can use memories according to the player's position. First, let's talk about memory tiers. Currently, there are 4 tiers of memory: UR, Legend, SR, and R. Here, we can see the stat differences between these 4 tiers. The difference is only about 5 to 12 stats at level 1. If we look at the maximum level, the stat difference between Legend and UR memories is approximately 100. What sets them apart are the buffs they provide to the player using them, team buffs, and buffs against the opposing team. These memory buffs can be in the form of stat increases for the user, specific player types on the team, the entire team, or stat deductions for the opponent. Before maximizing your memories, it's a good idea to see if the buffs are a good fit for your current formation or players. This is because some SR memories provide pretty good buffs for certain players, though of course these SR memories are only a temporary option. On average, these memories provide buffs when equipped or when entering the court, so make sure to read the buff description first. We will discuss these memories according to their positions. First, for the OP players. OP players currently only have 1 UR memory. This is understandable as only UR Ushijima has been released. Ushijima's UR memory provides an awareness buff and can grant up to 50% power. Power here likely refers to the player's power or spike strength. Then for awareness, it's like Ushijima or the opposite hitters know where to move or what to do as a spiker when they receive a toss from the setter or another player. Then for other memories, like Legend memories, there are those that provide buffs for block, power or quick attack, awareness, receiving, and stamina as well. If your team focuses on blocking, then choose memories that provide block buffs, whether it's reducing the opponent's block or increasing your own or team block. Of course, the awareness stat is important, so if possible, pick a memory that gives both block and awareness buffs for a block-focused team. If not a block-focused team, then pick buffs for receiving and awareness, or block and receiving, and so on. Second, for the WS players do not have a UR memory yet, so for now, there are only Legend memories. You can see what buffs each memory provides to your own team or the opposing team. If the opponent's blocks are always bad blocks, you can choose a memory that reduces the opponent's block every time they perform a bad block. This will reduce the opponent's block stat when the ball crosses the net or opponent's court, multiple times, something like that. Then, if you want something that provides power stats, ultimate spike, and receiving, you just need to find a memory that gives those buffs. So, just adjust it to your team or lineup. If it's an offensive WS, focus on memories that provide power stat buffs. And if it's a defensive WS, look for receiving buffs. If they're good at both offense and defense, look for one that has either a power stat or receiving buff. Because WS can assist OP players as spikers, it's good for one of the WS to have a buff with a power stat or spike. Third, for the MB players. MB players currently have 1 UR memory, which is Kuro's UR memory. It provides an awareness buff, and when performing a quick attack active skill, it gives a stackable block. This is great for MB players who have a quick attack because it can provide an additional, albeit small, block stat. So for middle blockers, it's good for one of them to use a memory that gives attack and block buffs for the front row of the formation. For MB UR memories, it's the same as before. There are those that provide buffs for block, power, or quick attack, awareness, receiving, and stamina as well. If you want buffs for the entire team, just for the front row, or just for the back row, choose a buff that corresponds to the player's positions. If you want to focus on attacking, then take memories that provide buffs for awareness, power attack, block, and stat reduction for the opponent. Also, don't forget that we need at least 2 lineup formations, so you can give the good memories to the main lineup first. Fourth, for the setter players, there are no UR memories for setters yet, so there are only legend memories. Setter memories here provide buffs for serving, set gameplay, and other buffs as well, such as block, receiving, power, stamina, and saves. The setter is like the conductor of the attack or rhythm of the game, so choose memories that have buffs for serves, sets, and saves if possible. Since you can only use one setter in the main lineup and one as a substitute, use the good memories on the main setter. Fifth, for the Libero players, there are no UR memories for Liberos either, so just focus on the legend memories. Libero memories can provide buffs for additional basic stats, saves, receiving, power stats, and others as well. It's best to choose memories that provide buffs for receiving, saves, and basic stats for the Libero to use. This will help add buffs for the players in the formation. If not a defensive buff, look for an offensive type buff. So it should be adjusted according to the SSR, UR, and SR players you have, and then see if you have all the memories or not. If you're focusing on total offense, look for memories that provide stats for power, basic stats, awareness, stamina, and set gameplay. If you're a defensive type, look for receiving, saves, block, awareness, and serves. It might be better to have a balance between offensive and defensive buffs because there are also some buffs that reduce the opponent's stats. But it all comes back to you, whether you want full offensive or defensive buffs, because it's also hard to get all the memories if you're F2P or free to play. If you already have all the memories, you just need to choose what type of buffs for the main formation and what type for the second formation. I'm not going to gacha now because I'm saving up diamonds and memory tickets for the UR player banner that I want. If you play casually and don't compete, you'll definitely be overwhelmed in terms of power, but the good thing is we only gacha on the banners we want. Perhaps that's all for this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. You can also join the Discord group or check out the tutorial on the DeBuDDi.github.io website. Thank you. See you in the next video. See you again.
Por ver, nos vemos en los próximos vídeos. No olvides los subs, dale me gusta y deja un comentario.